new technology, or at least a new applicable technology that we have implemented here at Green Analytics is the use of capacitors to enhance the power usage, primarily in industrial facilities. We have installed capacitors at commercial facilities such as restaurants, and found that their savings on their electrical bills averaged about 10%, which is excellent because the cost of one capacitor for an electrical panel is relatively small, and the return is less than a year in most instances. So again, that works well into our 3-year return on investment program. Now, for industrial applications, capacitors are most necessary where you have motors that are in excess of 50 horsepower, all the way up to, we'll say, 300 horsepower, which is in the size range of most industrial facilities. Again, the capacitors will generate a savings of conservatively 10% per month, but we have seen savings as high as 20% per month. So we recently did a project in another state whereby we had to install large banks of capacitors because their electric usage was, their billing was averaging between $65,000 and $85,000 a month. With the installation of the capacitors, we were able to cut their energy bills by, again, conservatively 10%, although we are seeing some months when it's much higher. Now, the cost of putting in, as an example, capacitors in one facility with electric bills that high typically will run somewhere in the range of $250,000. But if you do the math, you'll quickly figure out that the payback is less than 3 years. And that is something that keeps on giving for years and years and years, because the life of a capacitor is 15 to 20 years. It saves a lot of energy for the power company. It prevents you from overpaying for your electricity. It corrects your power factor on your electricity so that you're not sending unused power to ground, which means any extra power the energy company or electric company delivers, typically if you're not using it, it goes right to ground, but you're paying for it. And so what we found is we can just about eliminate those costs and ultimately give a great return on investment and really stabilize the power that you use in an industrial facility.